this is question number 16. Best question till now that we all have done. Now this is all about what? This is all about process 3. Okay, this is all about process 3. Now see, process 1 is simple, but continuing processes now becomes slightly more complicated. Okay, that's what we are trying to be doing. This Y Chemicals PLC manufactures a range of products in a variety of processes, and data given below relates to process 3 for the month of April. Okay, so this is the data for process 3 for the month of April. You are required to prepare process 3 account and abnormal gain or loss account. Okay, so that is what we are supposed to be doing. Further, transfer from process 2 10,800 7980. Okay, transfer to process 4. So after 3 there is process 4 also, 9650 units. Direct materials added during the process. Okay, direct wages, production overheads apportioned to the process. Now one thing. Suppose I am saying this just for your reference. In process 1, I convert cotton into thread. Okay. In process 2, I convert thread into cloth. This is process 3 that we are talking of. We convert cloth into shirts. This might be the first example that I think I gave. Okay. So can we say, listen very carefully, in process 3, there will be 2 types of material. One, cloth that we will be getting from the previous process. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this particular thing is nothing but cloth, whatever is coming from process 2. And can we say all buttons and all we will be buying from the market and we will be putting it? So this point number 3 is something like buttons. These are the materials which are added by this particular process in this particular period. Okay, so therefore these are the buttons as such. Okay. So obviously there will be 2 materials. One that comes from the previous process, there will be major materials like cloth, and one that this particular process will be adding more. Okay. That might not be that significant material, but obviously it is still a material. Okay, further. There is a normal loss of 10% of throughput. Underline the word throughput and write down opening stock plus input less closing stock. Further, all the units scrapped can be sold at 0.2 each. Further, opening WIP is 1200 units. Its stage of completion, its degree of completion. Materials added in the process is 40%. This is that buttons and all. Okay. Then direct wages, factory overheads. Closing WIP. Okay. Degree of completion. This is point number 9 only. This is point number 10. Closing WIP 1000 units, degree of completion, material added in process 80%, direct wages 40, production overhead 60. Units scrapped 1350, degree of completion, material, labor and factory overheads. Now one thing, listen. Tell me units scrapped can either mean this or this. You tell me both the options. Either it can mean
normal loss.
Normal loss. Huh?
Plus abnormal loss.
Normal loss plus abnormal loss, or it can mean normal loss less abnormal gain. Okay, now see, if you will crack this adjustment, no, 6th adjustment, you will directly come to know just now only whether there is abnormal loss or abnormal gain. Let me read that. There is a normal loss of 10% of throughput. Okay, so throughput, whatever it means, I have given you all over here. Opening plus input less closing stock. So take opening on your calci. This is opening. You take on your calci 1200 plus input from process, whatever comes from process 2, that is input only, no, at 10,800. Less closing WIP, that is 1000 units. What is the net answer you get?
11,000.
11,000. we'll do 10% of that, that'll be coming to 1100. So normal loss is 1100. Now I'm asking you all, units scrapped is 1350. Tell me in this question, is there abnormal loss or abnormal gain?
Abnormal loss.
Abnormal loss of 250 units. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Because normal loss is 1100, but total loss is 1350. So therefore, there must be abnormal loss of 250. So you all know in advance that in this particular question, there will be abnormal loss only. Okay. In any case, if you don't know, after some time, you will see a balancing figure in your account also on the credit side. That obviously will be representing abnormal loss. Please don't write. Okay. Listen. Listen. Please don't write. When I'll tell you, only at that particular time you all write. Please listen. First of all, process 3 account. So therefore, this will be opening stock. Then, this is process 3, no? So something will be coming from process 2, and obviously that will be material cost for us. After that, this process will also add materials. Tell me, as per my example, this is what part, beta? Cloth. And this particular thing is buttons. Okay. Then there will be labor. Then there will be factory overheads. Okay. On credit side, we are going to be writing normal loss first. Then in that particular case, there will be by process 4, I guess, goods gets transferred to process 4. Then in that particular case over here, on the last line, I'm going to be writing by closing stock. Mostly, I already know in advance that on credit side, there is going to be one balancing figure. That will be nothing but abnormal loss. Okay. But I'll just wait for that. Listen, I'm putting in the numbers. Opening stock in this particular case is 1200 units. This is our only question whereby this figure is not given to you. In every other question, it was given to you. But then you can try to scroll through this particular question. That figure is not there only with you. Okay. So I can't help it. It is not there. It is not there. That's it. Okay. Now just wait. Further. From P2, 10,800 units have come. Okay. Just wait for a minute, please. Okay. This is 7980. How much materials we all have added input more inside this particular process? 2019. These are something like buttons. So therefore, there's a cost of the buttons. 2829. Okay. And this particular thing is 6622. Okay. Normal loss. We computed, I guess, 1100. That is nothing but 10% of opening stock 1200 plus input 10,800 less in this case your closing stock, that is 1000. Okay. Units will be scrapped at the rate of 0.2 each. So therefore 1100 into 0.2, this particular figure will be 220. Apart from that, how many goods are transferred to the next process? That is 9650. So therefore this is 9650. Closing stock in this particular case is over here, that is 1000 units. Okay. Even if you all will try to do a balancing figure at this particular stage, there will be a balancing figure over here that we all know in advance will be nothing but abnormal loss. Okay. Just wait because I want you all to do some work. Okay. So that's why I'm telling you all to wait. Listen. Over here, we will be writing to process 3. Over here, we will be writing to process 3. This is 1100 at the rate of 0.2, 220. This is 250. Obviously, this amount still has to be coming. We will scrap this. So therefore, by cash bank, we will scrap this. This is by cash bank. Obviously, 1100 units, 220. This is 250. Tell me one thing, 250 units will be scrapped at what value? Tell me one small number. 0.2. So therefore, this will be 50 bucks. Okay. This will be nothing but costing P&L account. Okay. Now see. By default, we have to be following FIFO method. But before we even try to talk of FIFO method, everybody tells me one thing. Without even talking of the method, I should do 2 breakups first only. Tell me which 2 breakups?
Normal loss and abnormal loss.
Normal loss and abnormal loss. These are always deemed to be out of current input only. So therefore, one part is 1100. One part in this particular case is 250. Okay. Now you start away with your FIFO method, normal FIFO method. Okay. Normal FIFO method, normal FIFO method. So let's start with the normal FIFO method. So whatever is started first will get completed first. So 9650, one part will be 1200. Tell me the balancing figure, please.
8450.
8450. This 8450 comes over here. And can we say this particular part will be nothing but closing stock? You tell me, will my this figure tally with these four figures over here? Don't touch your calces. You tell me, will it tally or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it does not tally whenever there is abnormal gain, because from here we'll have to try to reduce the abnormal gain. Okay, but there is no abnormal gain in this question, there is abnormal loss. Okay, now see. Now everybody will tell me you all have done questions like this, but before that, see. Statement of equivalent output. What I told you in the first question of statement of equivalent output was something like this. Listen. Closing stock is valued at cost. What are the ingredients of cost? Beta, ingredients of cost in this particular case must be all there on debit side. Can I say debit side for the first time? There are not 3 costs, there are 4 costs over here.
Yes, sir.
There is this material, there is this material, there is this labor, this is factory overheads. Now listen. Can we say stage of completion of these 3 are different only, no?
Yes.
Okay. And see, they will always give you stage of completion of these 3 things. They will never ever give you stage of completion of this, because it is implied. And that is what I require you all to be thinking. Okay. But I have to be preparing one column for this, one column for this, one column. You tell me, I cannot combine labor and factory overheads. Why I can't combine? The percentage is not same. So I'll prepare it separately. So that is what I have done below. Materials, labor and overheads. But then there is one other kind of material also, and that is whatever comes from process 2, that is also our material cost only here. So therefore 2 P2 materials. Now everybody speak up, please. I want everybody to be speaking. That's why I'm doing lot of work, because I want you all to speak up. Okay. Tell me, I think over here there should be 4 things that should be written. Tell me those 4 things. Opening stock, processed further and completed. Tell me the quantity, please. Tell me the quantity. 1200. Okay, 1200. Okay. Then second thing. Started and finished. Started and finished. I'm showing you all the account. Tell me the quantity, please. 8450. Brilliant. Tell me the third thing that comes. Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss, can we say it is 215 over here? 250. And apart from that, in this particular case, this is last one is started and not finished. That will be 1000 units. That is this particular thing. Okay, see. Whenever they will give you stage of completion, no, they will only give you stage of completion of these 3. They will never ever give you stage of completion of this, because it is implied. It requires common sense, not the question to tell me this. Now, I'm trying to complete all easier things, because I want you all to be completing all the toughest things. Opening stock stage of completion. Opening stock stage of completion. See over here. This is the stage of completion of the buttons. So buttons were added in opening WIP to the extent of how much percent? 40%. Can we say remaining 60% must have been done in this period?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So therefore 60% will come over here. Then this is 60. So therefore how much will be coming over here? 40. And this particular thing in this particular case is 70. So therefore this particular thing will be 30. This is always 100%. This is always 100%. Okay. Tell me what will be the stage of completion of abnormal loss. It is there on your screens right now. $50, 40 and 20. Can we say abnormal loss must have been started in this period? No.
Yes, sir.
How do you know? Beta 250 is part of this. So therefore, it was started in this particular period, but in middle goods got spoiled. So till the time goods got spoiled, okay, till that particular time, the stage of completion was 50, 40, 20. So 50, 40, 20 must have been done in this particular period only, 50, 40, 20. Okay. And then in this particular case, your last thing over here, started and not finished. Started and not finished means your closing stock. That is 80, 40, 60. So how much I should write over here? 80, 40, 60. Now this is all normal. You don't require brains for them. Okay. You all have already applied your brains. You're going to be doing this. And then everybody is going to be thinking about 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can crack these 4, you are brilliant. And you don't require textbook for it. Okay. You have to be thinking what will be the things, it will be implied. Just one thing. In process 3, we try to convert cloth into shirts. That is whatever we all do. Can we say P2 materials means cloth, no?
Yes, sir.
So what you will have to try to think, I am telling you all, although that is the answer also, but I will not say the exact answer because how much cloth has been added in opening WIP. You understood what you have to be thinking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you do not tell me the answer now. Okay. You all complete all these particular things. Okay. I'm giving you in that case 6 minutes for them. Okay. And I'm giving you 4 minutes to think first. Second, to think how to explain me that particular thing. That's it. So you have got 10 minutes to be completing this account and cracking that statement of equivalent output. Okay, please start. Copy all these things first and then in that case, please try to think about the other things. Complete all these things and then start to be thinking about this. Whenever you're telling me, tell me all the 4 numbers, please. First number, second number, third number, fourth number. All the 4 numbers, please. Have you completed the procedural part? Are you thinking about that stage of completion? You all have reached till there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Think. 1.5 minutes still left. Okay, time over. Okay, now somebody will have to tell, then that same person has to be explaining it to me. Okay, I explain no to you all, so try. Somebody, at least for one particular this thing, out of all the 4 numbers, say only one, this figure. Tell me this percentage will be how much?
0%, sir.
0. Okay, that guy who said 0, please explain me why 0.
Because from process 2 we are receiving the material and now we don't have to add any material to this process.
Okay. Any answer? Okay. Any other explanation apart from this? I'm not saying it's wrong. It's all okay. But just more detailed. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Like previous sums when we have written that started and finished, that materials, labor and overheads all were 100%. That means the P2 materials which we have received. On that 100% work is done. That's why here 0% will come.
Okay. Are you sure about that? That 100% work has been done? Just asking.
Yes, sir. Because then only we have received as it. No, because it is written transfer from process 2.
Perfect.
Those goods will be transferred that are completed.
Perfect. Okay. Somebody else trying to be saying, sir, this should be 100%.
Yes, sir, 100%.
Okay. How 100%, boss?
So we have received unit from process 2, so we and we are now processing it in process 3 where we will be adding buttons. So obviously cloth will be completely for 100% I think.
But based upon what you said, no, then answer should be 0. You think yourself.
Yes, sir. My answer was 0%.
Yeah.
And explanation for 0% I told that because it was completed 100%.
Yeah.
It was explained.
Chalo, theek hai. Listen. I'm only going to be completing this thing for today and cost per unit of output. All other things we'll try to do that tomorrow. Okay. Now, this is the question. You are trying to prepare process account for the month of April. April. You are trying to prepare process account for the month of April. Listen. Let me give you some other example then. Okay. Not of April. Suppose March. Okay. And in March, I'm giving you the example of process 2. Although I'm dealing with process 3 in this particular question, but I'm trying to give you example of process 2 over here. Okay, listen. In March, just a sec. In process 2, what gets converted into what? Thread gets converted into cloth. Although ultimately I'm going to be giving example of process 3 only, but I start with process 2. In the month of March, what happened? We started to work on 10,000 units of thread. Okay. Out of that, 7,000 units of thread was converted into cloth. Remaining 3,000 units, okay, did not become full cloth. Can we say this particular thing will be closing stock of WIP or process 2, no? Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we started away with 10,000 units of thread. We completed 7,000 units completely, means that it become cloth. Okay, remaining 3,000 is still that particular thing which is not complete till now. It is not cloth till now. Okay, it is not cloth. Means 3,000 units is, I'm speaking some sentence, tell me yes or no. It is processed thread but incomplete cloth. Everybody okay?
Yes.
This 3,000 must be, what words did I use? Processed thread but still not cloth. Complete work hasn't been done, and that's why it is closing stock of process 2. Okay. Let me continue with March only. No, I'll do one small thing. Let this be data of the month of Feb. Okay, not March. Let this be data of Feb. I want to relate this example ultimately to the current question. So in the month of Feb, we started to process 10,000 units of thread. Out of that, 7,000 units got fully completed into cloth. Remaining 3,000 in this particular case was closing stock of process 2. Okay, now see. In the month of Feb only, can we say process 3 must have received 7,000 units of cloth? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And they have to be converting it into shirts. Is that fine for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now see. So 7,000 units they all received. Okay. They started to process this 7,000 units of cloth. Okay. They started to process this 7,000 units of cloth. Okay. Out of that, 5,000 shirts were fully made. Out of that, 5,000 shirts were fully made. Can we say 2,000 units will be closing stock of WIP of, speak further,
Process 3.
process 3. Can we say this 2,000 is processed cloth but unprocessed shirts?
Yes, sir.
Matlab, this is that particular cloth on which I have done some work, but still shirts haven't been made fully. Is that all okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is okay. Now listen. Now, let me come back to this particular question. Listen carefully. Tell me one thing. This is opening stock of process 3. Mean this is opening stock on which particular date? You tell me that.
1st April.
1st April, whatever is a year. Okay, so therefore this is the opening stock on 1st of April. Tell me, opening stock of process 3 must be also, speak further,
Closing stock of process 2.
closing stock of process 2. What ridiculous statement.
No.
How can my opening stock be your closing stock? Beta, this is opening stock of process 3. Can you say this must be closing stock of process 3 only, no, in the last period?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Beta, how will opening stock of process 3 become closing stock of process 2? It doesn't happen like that. Okay, my opening stock will be my closing stock here. Okay, so this must also be closing stock. This must also be closing stock of process 3 in the last period. Is that all fine?
Yes.
Now see. And see, one more line I'm trying to be saying. Can we say one statement that somebody spoke brilliant? Process 2 will only transfer the goods to process 3 once they are fully complete, no?
Yes.
From process 2 point of view. See, I'm speaking this line. Does it make sense to you or not? Goods from process 3 have to be fully complete from process 2 point of view, no, at least.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now see, I'm continuing with my same example. In the month of Feb, process 2, I'm speaking a bit further, started with 10,000 units of thread. Okay. And out of that 7,000 in this case was completed. When it was completed, it was transferred to this particular process. Okay. So this process in this particular case got 7,000 units of cloth. They had to be converting them into shirts. Okay. Now, in this particular case, listen. Out of 7,000 units of cloth, they produce 5,000 units of shirts. 2,000 units is still closing stock of process 3. Now see, I am now talking in this case March month. And I am not interested in what happened in P2 in the month of March. Not interested. Interested in whatever happened in the process 3 in the month of March. Can we say, tell me this particular thing further. This 2,000 units of closing WIP will become 2,000 units of opening WIP?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me one thing. This 2,000 units of opening WIP, this is opening stock of WIP of which particular process?
Process 3.
Process 3. Okay. Can we say in this period, we will process these 2,000 units of opening WIP further and we will convert them into 2,000 shirts. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'm asking you now the last question. To convert this into this, do you require more cloth?
No.
No, because cloth must be already there in the last period, no?
Yes, sir.
You all will understand this 2,000 might have some incomplete buttons, might have some work of labor yet to be done, might have some overheads yet to be incurred, but still cloth must be full, no?
Yes, sir.
Beta, these 7,000 units of cloth we got from process 2. Can we say this is 7,000? It has cloth, no? We started to work on these particular 7,000. So therefore, can we say these 5,000 shirts were made fully? They will become the finished goods. Now this 2,000 that was there, this was processed cloth but not complete shirts, no?
Yes, sir.
Can we say this 2,000 will be having full amount of cloth, no? So in the month of March, when this particular thing becomes opening WIP, these are 2000 units. But in these 2000 units, there will be full cloth, no, and cloth had come not in this particular period. Cloth had come in the last period, no.
Yes.
So therefore, in this period, in the month of March, how much cloth will you add to opening WIP? 0, because cloth had already come in the last period.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You always have had to be thinking what has happened in this particular period. So now I am asking you, might be the last time, okay, might be the last time in this particular case. See, this is opening WIP of process 3, 1200 units. Can we say these 1200 units must be fully complete as far as P2 material goes?
Yes.
But that particular material had not come in this particular period. That material must have come in
Previous period.
the previous period. So therefore, in this period, no further cloth will be added to this, no?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, this particular figure will be how much? 0. Write down over here 0. Somebody has a doubt, ask me immediately. No doubt. So if no doubt, you have to tell me the next 3 figures which are fully correct. If you tell me wrong, you are mad. Tell me these 3 numbers.
100%.
100%. Because all these 3 figures, can we say, are part of 10,800, no?
Yes, sir.
And 10,800 units of cloth has come in this particular period only, no?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, in this particular case, this particular figure will be nothing but 100%. If I have to try to explain, I'll try to explain one of them. Okay. You'll understand this 250 units. Now what had happened? I received 250 units of cloth from the previous process, but in this particular period. Is this sentence okay? 250 is part of 10,800. So I must have got 250 units of cloth from the previous process in this particular period. No. I got 250 units of cloth and I was trying to process it further. In middle, the cloth got spoiled, okay, and I sold it to that scrap wala. Can we say in those units which are scrapped also, there will be 100% cloth? No.
Yes, sir.
Beta, it might have buttons to the extent of 50%. Worker might have worked for 40%. Overheads might have been incurred to the extent of 20%. But cloth must be fully there, no?
Yes, sir.
Goods which are received in process 3 have to be fully complete from, speak further,
Point of process 2.
process 2 point of view, else how the hell you will be getting those goods over here, yaar? Okay, so therefore this will be 0, this will be 100, this will be 100, this will be 100. Last time I'm asking just for my sake, so that I can sleep properly today. Why the hell this is 0?
Because it's completed and therefore it is transferred to process 3. Had it not been, so why would have been transferred?
Okay, some better words will be that everything in process 3 has to be fully complete from process 2 point of view, but the cloth for this 1200 units had not come in this particular period. They had come in which particular period?
Previous period.
In the previous period. So therefore in this period on opening WIP, I will not be adding any further cloth. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I am all done. Thank you. For this, I have written the explanation. You all write down, refer shorts. 08450 250,000 total 8,700. Just check the total, please. Yeah, 8,700. It is 8,000. No, it is 9,700. No, 9,700. Okay. Now, I am just reading the explanation. There are many things that are left in this question, but those I can try to postpone. That's okay. I wanted this thing to be done. See, what I've written. Materials added in this process means material added by this process. In reference to opening stock, this material must have been added by this process in the last period. 1 minute. What do I mean by that? This particular thing, opening WIP, degree of completion, material added in this particular process is 40%. What does this particular thing mean? That I have added 40% of the buttons in the opening WIP in the last period. So in this particular period, we are going to be adding say 60%. I'm saying these things again and again, so therefore you all just remember that there are two types of material. This particular material will mean buttons, and there will be one more material, that is cloth, that is a major materials. Okay. Now I am interested in point number 2. Further things you will not be reading. Stage of completion of P2 materials is implied. Do remember that goods in P3 must be fully complete from process 2 point of view, else P2 would not have sent it. Opening stock must have been started in the last period, in which complete P2 materials must have come. Therefore, in this period, material added in this particular process will be 0. Is that all okay?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, in this particular period, it is all 0. Okay. Now, there are a lot of things of this particular question which are left, but that I like to continue in the last lecture. You all can just write down this much and then stop. Don't do anything further, please. Chali guys, so we are on to question number 16. The same question that we all had started yesterday. Now, few things that we all have done. It was the first question, whereby we are not trying to be dealing with process 1, whereby we are going to be dealing with process 2 or process 3, the continuing process basically. In continuing process, what becomes different is that there will be 2 categories of materials that each process will be getting. Example, process 3 will get major materials from the previous department, say cloth. And in this particular case, it will be getting some normal materials. Okay, it will be buying some normal materials like buttons up and so on. Okay, so there will be 2 categories of materials. Now, what we all had done till now, so just pay attention. Opening stock quantity was given to you in the question. Again, is the first and in fact the only question whereby opening stock amount is not there. Whatever it receives from the previous department, that is there, amount is there. This is something like cloth. This is something like buttons that this department might have purchased. Then this figure is there, this particular figure is there. Okay. Then normal loss was given as 10% of throughput. Throughput means opening plus input less your closing stock. Whatever gets transferred to the next process, that thing was given to us, and then the closing stock. Okay. Once we all have done this, we posted 2 things over here. Okay. Process 3, so therefore the posting was done. Buy cash bank, this figure is yet to be coming. Okay. Now, once all these numbers were all done, we started away with statement of equivalent output. In statement of equivalent output, we make it because we want to value closing stock of WIP. Closing stock of WIP is valued at cost. In cost, there will be 4 ingredients of cost. First, second, third, fourth. Accordingly, 4 columns were prepared by us. Now, these 3 columns are all very normal. Whatever you all have done in the previous questions, all those things will apply still. Okay. Then what was different? Stage of completion of this kind of material is implied. Okay. No book will ever tell you that particular thing. It's implied. How it is implied? In this particular case, see, we had opening stock 1200 units. These are 1200 units of opening WIP of which particular process? Process 3. Now, these obviously must be fully complete from process 2 point of view. But the material for this must have been received by process 3 from process 2 in the last period. So therefore, in this particular period, how much cloth was added more? 0. Do you all recall this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then further, there was nothing much in the question. We just had to try to do the bifurcations as per the FIFO method and come across. Now, obviously, all these figures will be 100% only because the material means the cloth for all these units must have been received in this particular period only. And It has to be 100% because if it is not 100%, P2 would never send it to P3 as such. Okay. Now, just let me know, you have these particular totals with you all, please. Just get me the totals, please. 10095 94 309460. Okay. Now, just a sec. This is 125 and this is 800. This is 480, 8450. This is 100. This is 400. This is 360. This is 8450. This is 50. And this is 600. These totals are okay? Well, the individual figures are okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's start. Now, see. New things will keep on coming in this particular question again and again and again. Now, see. Cost per unit of output. We want to be finding out cost per unit of output. These are all the costs that have been incurred in this particular period. I've just copied these things down from the process account. Okay. Divide them by equivalent output, but you all don't divide. Divided by, this is 9700, 10095, 9430, this is 9460. That's it. Okay. But one thing we still had to be reducing. Tell me, what is the thing that we always reduce?
Normal.
Scrap value of normal loss. Now that we always reduce from material cost, correct, no?
Yes.
The problem is which material cost. Now there are two materials. You think yourself, you all have not seen the shots, you all are very honest people. Tell me one thing, from where should you reduce it? From P2 materials first, from material second, or sir, bit from here, bit from here. Again, like last time, if you will say the third option, then you tell me how much from there, how much from there. Tell me one of these three figures. From where to reduce? Reason being? Reason?
Sir, because the material for producing shirts was used in P2 material. So there will be loss in material.
But loss will be there under both the materials, right? If suppose your shirt is getting produced and in middle it gets spoiled, technically that shirt that is spoiled will have cloth also, will have buttons also, no? Abnormal loss is basically, or any category of loss, suppose the normal loss also. It means that some shirts that are getting produced get spoiled in middle, and that is very normal to happen. Whatever things will get spoiled, they'll have cloth also, they'll have buttons also. No?
Yes, sir.
Then?
So P2 material missing normal.
Okay, why? You got to be saying me the reason, please, of everything. You can't be saying that my heart is saying that. Okay, all those things are possible in marriage, not in the exam.
So question में आप लोग ने normal loss मतलब वो 10,800.
No. That is just a way of calculating. I never had the other quantity, no, to be doing it. That other quantity, if I'll talk of my first lecture, this does not have a quantity. If it does not have the quantity, it does not mean that it is non-existent. No, it only means that it is not adding to the weight of the product. It is not adding to the number of units that I make. So that's why we did not have it. See, given a choice to you, you can reduce it from anywhere. But given a choice to you all, always reduce it from this particular thing. Why? Because this will be, see, normal loss will be something like this. In this process, I am trying to be converting cloth into shirts. Okay. I was doing it. In middle, some of the shirts got spoiled. Okay. And that was very normal. Can you say shirts that got spoiled must be having 100% material for sure?
Yes, sir.
Of process 2. You all understood this?
Yes.
It might be having small buttons also. But the previous process materials, unless and until told, is far more important. So therefore that scrap wala no will be basically paying me that 220 rupees of scrap value for what particular part? For the cloth. I am not saying there are no buttons in that. I myself am saying there are buttons. But then given a choice, we always say that the materials that you have got from the previous process, no, is always far more important. You all will understand any shirt that got spoiled in middle, whether it has buttons or not. It might be having buttons also. In fact, I can easily be saying it must be having. If you all see this particular data, units scrapped. Units scrapped will mean the units scrapped of normal loss as well as abnormal loss. Okay, because units scrapped, that is whatever it means. If you all try to be thinking now, materials added in the process. You tell me this particular part is buttons or cloth? Buttons. You all will understand that buttons added are only 50%, but P2 materials must be 100%, no, in that?
Yes, sir.
So we always say this particular thing, even if this was 100%, no, so even if this particular thing was 100%, by default we say that scrap wala, no, will be basically picking up that particular scrap because he wants cloth in that. So unless and until told, given a choice, we would always reduce it from earlier process material cost. Is that all okay for everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so reduce 220 from here and please find out all the 4 numbers. Get me all these answers. Now, let us start now with the further part, total cost of goods completed. Now, in this last catch will start to be coming. Okay, that will be the last catch in this entire question. So, total cost of goods completed in this particular case are 9650. Okay, 9650. So, I want cost of this. For that, I'll add up the cost of 1200 units. I will also be adding up the cost for 8450. Obviously, 1200 is nothing but opening stock. So, therefore, you all can write down this is opening stock. Opening stock, I'll bifurcate that into 2 parts. One is cost already incurred. Now, this is again that particular figure which is not there in this particular question. Do you all remember that this figure is nothing but the first figure in your process account?
Yes, sir.
So this particular figure is not there with us, okay, but except this, everything is there. So rest part, please, you all can start to be completing. This figure I'll try to tell you at a later on stage. Write down, add cost incurred in current period. Cost incurred in current period, you have materials, you have, you have your 4 costs, please. P2 materials. After that materials, after that labor, after that factory overheads. Now, how much work has been done in terms of units? That's 0, 720, 480, 360. So 0, 720, 480, 360 into. This is 0.8, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7. This is 0, this is 144, I think this is again 144, and this is 360 into 0.7, this is 252, this is 540, but I cannot have this total because I don't have the above figure. Okay, whatever we don't have, then what to do? Just leave that particular line blank, please. We'll struggle for that towards the end. Add started and finished. You tell me started and finished will be what number into what? 8450 into 2, no? This is 16,900. But I don't have this particular total. I'll wait. No other option for me. Now, you will not have the doubt about the next 2 things. So, next 2 things, please compute it and put that particular thing in the process account. This I don't have only, so therefore I can't put it in the process account. Okay, but you will not have any doubt as far as your abnormal loss and closing stock goes. Okay, please finish it off, please. What's the total of the abnormal loss? Is it 290? Is it 290?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and closing stock is how much? Closing stock is how much?
780.
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure.
1500.
1500, yeah. But the first figure is only 1000 into 8. Acha, I think you forgot that one. You took that thing as 0, I think. 800, 400, 600. Okay. Once you get both these numbers, do let me know, please.
That's it.
Okay. In your account, I'm just trying to be putting all the numbers that I've got. I've got this particular number 290. I've got this particular number 1500. That 290 I'm shifting to abnormal loss account also. So 290. This is 240. Now see, my process account is not yet done because I do not have this figure. If I did not have this particular figure, I could not complete my last statement. All these greens are not yet done. So sir, then what to do? Then see, you don't know your opening stock, and this is the only question whereby we have that issue actually, because always in every question opening stock was always given to us. Okay, I'm just asking to everybody, my speed is fine? You all have got used to the speed, no now? Okay, fine. Now in this particular case, no, listen. Valuation of opening stock. Now tell me one thing, this particular figure that is written over here, is this a cost already incurred or is this the cost incurred in the current period? What is this particular figure? Already incurred. Correct. So sum should give me that. But if sum has not given me that, what to do then? That time I would like to make an assumption. And what is that assumption? Everybody is going to be making this assumption only. I assume that current period's cost per unit of output. I assume that current year's cost per unit of output is also applicable to the last period. Is that assumption clear?
Yes.
Now what else to assume? There will be no other option also if you will try to be thinking. If your opening stock ever is not given, you will take current cost and you will value the things at that particular cost only, assuming that last period's cost was same as current period. But every assumption forms part of your answer. In case you do not write down the assumption, then the examiner has a right to deduct your marks, and those guys will, please. Okay. So you write down that assumption. You all write down fourth, valuation of opening stock. We assume that last period's cost per unit of output are same as current period. Tell me one thing, how much was opening stock quantity here? Opening stock quantity?
1200.
1200. 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200. Now, just wait. Now, listen. 0.8, 0.2, 0.3, 0.7. Now, again, I'm asking you all, through this working note, what do I want? I want cost already incurred or cost incurred in this particular period. What do I want? Cost already incurred. I guess cost incurred in this period I have. No, there is 540, but I did not have the cost that was incurred in the last period. So therefore I assume that current period's costs are applicable to last period also. Okay, why did I ask you this? Think yourself, don't write. Tell me 4 percentages to be written over here. Everybody should be able to tell me the correct answer. Tell me 4 percentages to be written over here. You can tell me the first one, I'll understand you are on the correct track or not. This particular thing will be how much? 100%. Obviously, somebody can be saying, sorry, it should be 0. Obviously not. Beta, it was 0 in the current period. Means it was already 100% already in the last period. So I want last period's cost, no? Everybody is okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, one more thing everybody will have to tell me, and tell me as fast as possible. Tell me the remaining 3 numbers, please. Fast.
40, 60, 70.
40, 60, 70. Can we say you precisely want these numbers, no? Which are given to you in the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or if anybody has a doubt, can we say 0, 60, 40 and 30 were in the current period. So therefore 100 minus all these figures must have been in the last period, no?
Yes, sir.
So therefore in this case 40, 60, 70. Okay. So therefore those numbers I'm going to be writing over here 40%, 60% and 70%. Okay. You complete this and get me this number, please. Do it up and fair properly now. Okay. Now 1860, you all do one thing. First of all, put that in this account. 1860. After that, that 1860 in this case obviously will be coming in this first green also. 1860 plus 540. This will be coming to 2400 plus 16900 will be coming over here also. 19,300. Put 19,300 over here and it all gets finished. Tally up your accounts, the job is done. Is it done? Just do let me know, because there's something that is pending that I have to try to be telling you all. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Now see. Now in this question, we had to be making this assumption. Yeah, there was no other way out actually. How the hell you're going to be doing it? Okay, so therefore we had to be making this assumption. But once you make this assumption, then I can try to tell you this 2400, honestly we all took some amount of time to calculate this 2400 because we had to calculate this, we had to calculate this, and then we added both of them. Else, think of the assumption, and now I give you 20 seconds to think. Tell me 2400 I could have got directly also. How? That assumption in any case will be made only because we did not have the value of the opening stock. 1200 into 2. See, in this case, no, what we all have assumed. Before that, check this data. Can you say this is current period's cost, 2 rupees. Can you say whenever one unit gets fully completed, its cost is 2 rupees. Now, what you have assumed, sir, last period's cost is same as current period cost. So, you all will understand. Part of 1200 units got completed in the last particular period. Some part got completed in the current particular period. But if we have assumed that particular thing, then in that particular case, ultimately, whenever the unit will get completed, cost will be rupees 2, no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me one thing, and please everybody can start to reply, yaar. Why this coincidence had not happened in the previous questions? In the previous questions, it will never ever happen. Tell me why it never ever happened in the previous questions? Because that time last period's cost was given to us, so therefore we directly took that, and that cost might not be same as the current period's cost. Okay, but in this particular question we had to be assuming that. But once you assume in this particular case, then 2400 in fact can be directly calculated also. So therefore you all can write down or 1200 into 2. Now, one more thing you all can tell me, I think you all are doing quite good job. You tell me 19,300, I could have got directly also. Tell me how. Think no. Think no. Nine six five zero into 2. Cartoons. This 1200 also has cost of $2. The units produced in this particular period also has a cost of $2 only. So therefore, can we say ultimately cost of goods completed means cost of 9650 units. All the units will be having cost of 2 rupees, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so therefore you can write down or 9650 into 2. Now, why I'm showing off this particular thing to you? If I was in the exams, what I would have done, okay, what I would have done would have been like this. Just a sec. I'm doing copy paste once. Listen. If I was in place of you in exams, what I will be doing? Listen. I'll make my statement of equivalent output. Okay, I will be making my statement of equivalent output. Then after that, I'll find out cost per unit of output. Now, once I come over to Roman number 3 statement, I would have realized that value of opening stock is not given to you. So ultimately that assumption would be required only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now if that assumption will be required, I could have directly done this. Now if that assumption will be made, then cost of goods completed would have been directly 9650 into 2, no?
Yes, sir.
What I could have written 19,300. Okay. Then I will compute this exactly in the same way that you all have done. I will complete this, okay, exactly in the same way that you all have done. But then I will be writing this particular assumption also. Once I do this, I have got this particular number, I have got this particular number, this particular number. Okay, I will be putting all those numbers over here and I can calculate this as a balancing figure also.
Yes.
In exam, sorry? Beta, but we have assumed that last period's cost is same as current period. So if you are completing 60% in the last period and 40% in the current period, still ultimately once the product is over, you will incur rupees 2, no? So 1200 has a cost of 2. Just a sec. These figures and these figures are completely opposites. If you merge them, it will become 1200 units, no, in total.
Yes, sir.
So ultimately, if suppose 1200 units are getting made, irrespective of whatever gets incurred in the last period, whatever gets incurred in the current period. Once a product is completed, in any case, it will be fully complete. No. So cost will be rupees 2 only. For 1200 units, cost will be 2. For 8450, cost is 2. That means for all 9650 units, cost is rupees 2. No. So you calculate this, you calculate this, you calculate your closing stock. Obviously, then in that particular case, your opening stock can be your balancing figure. Right in the first lecture, I had told you this particular thing. You can always take one figure as balancing figure. Okay, that is okay in exams. Till now, I have not done this particular thing in class. Like I try to be computing all the figures. But in exams, you are falling short of time. You all can be doing this particular thing. But do remember, I can only do that in this question, not in all other previous questions. Why in the previous questions I cannot be doing that?
Because we were already given the value of.
Those guys have given to you valuation of opening stock, okay, and that cost of last period might not be same as the cost of the current period. No.
Yes, sir.
Arey beta, this coincidence happened because of the assumption that we all made. Okay, assumptions are to be made when some fact is not given to you. If some fact is given, you are going to be doing that particular thing, no, that you all have always done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in case somebody still has a doubt, okay, please you all solve the question the way that we all have done and forget what is to be done in exams. Okay, you can do the things exactly in this particular manner only. Okay, you compute all the figures, you take you get all the numbers, you tally up your account. So that's okay. Alternately, if you understood what I was trying to be saying, okay, then there is a shortcut whereby in this case, ultimately you will still incur 2 rupees for it. So therefore this entire statement will start to get reduced to one single line only. Okay, once you all do this, you can take your opening stock as a balancing figure. But then do remember, assumption has to be forming part of your answer. Can we say the moment you all have done this particular thing, you have automatically assumed that, speak further, cost per unit of output of last year is same as the current year. Okay.
Yes.
Everybody tells me one thing. Am I all okay? All clear?
Yes.
Because next question you are going to be solving and I want that question to be damn fully correct from your side. Okay. That will be again a continuing process question only, but you have to try to finish it off completely. Okay. Job done. Whatever I have not read in shorts yesterday, that I am trying to be reading right now. Scrap value of normal loss should be reduced from previous process material cost. We reduced it from P2. Okay, further. If opening stock amount is not given, assume last year's cost per unit of output to be same as current year's and find it. Okay, that's what we all did also. Okay, job done. Sorry, I did not get your question.
Last year के materials
because whatever scrap value you will get, you will mainly get for the cloth and not for the buttons. So that's why we subtracted from cloth and not from the buttons. Okay, we mainly get the scrap because there is cloth inside and not because there is buttons. The value of cloth will always be higher. That is why. Okay, now all done. We are doing question number 17A. I just messed up with few of the numbers. So therefore this is 17A. The next one is 17B. Okay. But there is no interrelationship between them. These are two separate questions. Just the numbers got messed. So therefore I did like this only. Okay. In your book. Listen. Question number 17A. The following information for the month of October. Prepare process 3 account. Okay. And other accounts. Now see. Opening WIP 1800 units. Transfer from process 2. Okay, transfer to warehouse. So we are trying to prepare process 3 account. After process 3, there is nothing else. There is directly warehouse. So can we say after process 3, goods will directly go to finished goods?
Yes, sir.
Okay, further. Closing WIP, that is over here. Units scrapped. Tell me the two meanings of the unit scrapped. It can either be
Normal loss plus abnormal loss.
normal loss plus abnormal loss or
Normal loss minus
normal loss less abnormal gain. You will have to tell me in 2 minutes once I ask you which of the situations is applicable in this question. And do not tell me, sir, you have written the heading. No, sir, it must be abnormal gain only. But such headings will not be coming in exams, no? Okay, I'll ask you with the number then. Okay, listen. Direct material added in process 3. Can you say this is something like buttons, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Direct wages, factory overheads, degree of completion, opening stock, closing stock, scrap. Okay. Material, labor, overheads. The normal loss in the process was 5% of production. Underline the word production and write down throughput. And further, scrap was sold at 6.75 per unit. That's it. The question is altogether done. Now, you all do first of all one thing. You are not preparing any account or something. Okay? That you all do whenever I ask you. You are going to be reading this. Okay. And you are going to be reading this. Compute normal loss first. And then tell me in this question, what is the quantity of abnormal loss or abnormal gain as the case might be? I'm giving you 1 minute.
Abnormal gain 150.
Now, 5% of production. 5% of production. So, production in this particular case means throughput. That means 1800 plus 47,700, that's input, less closing stock, that is 4,500. If you will be computing this particular thing, no, that comes to 45,000. 5% of 45,000 will be coming to 2250. Normal loss was supposed to be 2250. Normal loss was supposed to be 2250 as I told. But actual scrap, unit scrapped is only 1800. That means there is 450 of abnormal gain. Is that okay for everybody?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you know this pre-hand, you will always be knowing which accounts to be made. Else after some time, in your account, there will be a balancing figure. Tell me on which particular side?
Debit side.
Debit side. That will be 450 only. Okay. So, when they all say on the first line, please prepare process 3 account and other accounts. So, in other accounts, I want you all to be having 2 particular accounts. One is normal loss, other is abnormal gain. Okay. Now, just wait for a sec, please. See, listen very carefully what I'm going to be saying and slightly faster I'm going to be saying this because we all have done enough questions now. 2 opening stock, and I will not be showing this particular thing again. Okay, be confident, you all have done enough questions. Okay, then you are going to be writing P2 materials. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, 2 materials, then to labor, then to factory overheads. Okay, after that, in this particular case, by normal loss, okay, that will be 2250 at 6.75. okay, once you multiply by 6.75, it might come in decimals. Okay, after multiplying by 6.75, you can round it off, that's fine, please. Okay, then from here, goods will be going to finished goods. Okay, there will be closing stock over here. Okay, apart from that, there will be abnormal gain over here. Okay, you can take that figure as a balancing figure also. In any case, I'll be coming to 450 that you will have done. Okay, over here, there will be 2 process 3. Okay, this and this. Against this, you all will understand, there will be cash bank of only 1800 units, no?
Yes, sir.
And the remaining in this particular case will be nothing but abnormal gain, that is 450 units at scrap value. So, therefore, this particular thing will be done. This will be obviously abnormal gain account, okay? And over here, you are going to be writing 2 normal loss. Over here, you are going to be writing by process 3. And this particular thing will get transferred to costing P&L account. So, therefore, you will not be having doubt over here. Okay. Now, without telling you all which method also, tell me one bifurcation that in any case you all have to be doing before you start away with the method also. Tell me what is that bifurcation? Without even talking of method, what is the first breakup that you are supposed to be doing? Without even talking of the method also. Normal loss is always out of current input, no?
Yes.
So therefore this particular figure will be 2250. Okay, then you all can start away with your particular things over here. Okay, so first of all this part will start to come as part of this. You can do the breakup over here. So this thing will be coming over here. This will be your balancing figure. Can we say this balancing figure then will be coming over here?
Yes, sir.
And this will be your closing stock over here. But once you will do this, this will not be tallying with total of this. Okay, tell me the reason.
Abnormal gain.
Abnormal gain. So out of this, if you will subtract 450, no, then in that particular case it will be tallying, because in reality loss of 2250 did not take place. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now I just want this much from you, and rest you will be able to handle yourself. But before I ask you that, if I show you all the question, tell me one thing. Can we say stage of completion is over here? Stage of completion, can we say this materials will always be like buttons?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they will never ever give you the stage of completion of the earlier materials, because that is always implied. Okay, now listen very carefully. Can we say labor and overhead stage of completion is same everywhere, no?
Yes, sir.
So you all can be merging that. So therefore, in short, I will be having, just a sec, this is the previous question, I'm just closing it. Now, I'm going to be having in this case 3 columns, P2 materials, then there will be materials, then there will be labor and FOH. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm telling you all now, and tell me properly, everybody. There will be 4 things that will be coming over here. Be cool and tell me those 4 things. Tell me what's the first thing that will be coming? Opening stock, processed further and completed. Okay. Second, started and finished. Okay. Abnormal gain. But abnormal gain will get reduced, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And can we say we always take the percentage of that thing as 100%, no?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, I guess we all had done. And the last particular thing will be started and not finished. Is that all fine? Now, once you all will be doing that, listen. Cost per unit of output, no? I'm telling you this particular thing. These figures might not exactly come as round numbers, as it has always happened in all our questions. They will not be. So, you take all these figures up to 2 decimals, please. But one thing, from the cost, okay, please combine labor and factory wise, that you all are aware. You'll have to be subtracting something from somewhere. Tell me what something from somewhere? Normal loss scrap value has to be reduced from here. Is that all fine?
Yes, sir.
Pick up your calci 2250 into 6.75. 2250 was your normal loss into 6.75. So therefore, I guess you will be writing 15188 over here. 15188. You all could get that on the calci?
Yes.
And subtract the same figure from here, 15188. Okay, once you all do that, listen now. Tell me one thing, is that stupid assumption that was made in the last question is also required in this particular question?
No, sir.
No. Tell me the reason why.
Opening stock is
Opening stock value is given to you, so therefore it's going to be a normal question here for us. Okay, so normal question, not a problem. Okay, because this figure is there. So you all calculate this, you all calculate this. Do not calculate closing stock, that I will be doing. But what you all do, get this figure, put both these figures in your account, okay, and get closing stock as a balancing figure. I do not want you all to compute closing stock, do not compute it. That I will be doing towards the end. I'll tell you the reason also for that after some time, once your job is over, okay. But once all these things are done, no, okay, you might always wonder, sir, this data is not of any use to us, sir. Can we say this is stage of completion of scrap, no?
yes.
Can we say this is stage of completion, that means of normal loss only, because abnormal loss was not there only in this particular question?
Yes.
Okay, so ultimately this figure will be never of any use because normal loss is always valued at scrap value. Is that understood? If there was abnormal loss, no, this figure will be of use to me. I'll be writing that thing in statement of equivalent output. tell me one thing, in this case, how much normal loss should have happened?
2250.
2250. Can you say out of that 1800 happened? No, in reality. Remaining 450 has become your finished goods. In any case, its stage of completion will always be 100%, like we all had done yesterday. Okay. Now, whatever is the stage of completion of 1800, I am never ever interested, because in any particular case, your normal loss is always valued at scrap value. You all understood this, what I told?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is what I've tried to be writing over here. Stage of completion of scrap is of no use as it pertains to normal loss, which is always valued at scrap value. Stage of completion of P2 materials is implied, and this is the same note, okay, that was there in the previous question also. I'm not reading this particular thing further, but I'm reading one thing that I solved yesterday, and I told you all that it will be coming in the future questions, and it has come in this particular question. See this. This was yesterday's question where abnormal gain had come for the first time. In such questions, if stage of completion of scrapped units are given, it is given in the current question. Ignore it, as it must be for normal loss, and normal loss is always valued at scrap value. It is not applicable to this question. If you all want, you all can write down applicable to question 17. Applicable to question 17. Job done. I am not going to be showing you any accounts or something. You all have done enough questions. The question is there in front of your eyes. Just one thing, closing stock you are going to be getting as balancing figure, please. This is not the question to be solved. Just wait. This is the question to be solved. Okay. You all can please start. You are going to be preparing 3 accounts and all other notes that you all require. Okay. Please write on process 3 account. That will be around for say 9 lines or something, and then your other accounts. One is your normal loss for 4 lines, abnormal gain for 4 lines.
Sir, the stage of completion for scrap value would be useful if normal loss would have happened, no, sir?
If abnormal loss was there.
Yes, sir.
Example, if suppose this particular figure was not 225, this particular figure was not 1800, suppose it was 2300. So out of that 2250 will be the normal loss, and 50 will become abnormal loss, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then over here in your statement of equivalent output, you will be writing add abnormal loss, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then in fact in that particular case P2 materials will still be 100%, correct? Everything in P3 will be fully complete, and then those numbers, okay, from the question will be starting to come over there. So 100% and 70%, fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please start. You'll have got 17 minutes. In 17 minutes, I want everything to be done very neatly and very perfectly, please. Your cost per unit had come to 20 point something. I'm just asking. Your cost per unit had come to what?
18.47.
18.47. Correct.
Sir, 18.15.
18.47 it comes. And 18.47 breakup is 11.47, 4 and 3, na?
Yes, sir.
11.47, 4 and 3. 18.47. Closing stock, your balancing figure should be 71,091.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute more to anybody whose work is completed, please. Whose work is not completed.
सर एक मिनट पॉज पर इसे दिखाओ सर मुझे 11.4 तो नहीं आ रहा
Opening stock is how many units? 1800. This is how much? 41,400, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This will be 450.
450.
And this is nothing but, in this case, 4,500. This is nil, 41, 400, 450, 4,000. This total comes to beta
45450.
45450. 536. 625 divided by 4.
got it sir got it
Chalo, suno. Abhina, just one small thing. Your answers have altogether come only. I don't have a problem with whatever work you all have done. It is all correct only. Your closing stock is 71,091. Even if you all will compute, no, your answer will also be coming to 71,091 only. But there could be some difference because that cost per unit, no, you round it off up to 2 decimals. So due to that, there might be some difference. You understood what did I speak?
Yes, sir.
Example, let's compute it. You all write down third closing stock. You write down this. You will have not made this particular note because you took it as a balancing figure, but now we will make it. Right now, P2 materials. After that, materials. After that, labor and overheads. So, 4,500. After that 70 and 50, no, 4,500. So this was 3150, 2250 multiplied by 11.47, 4 and 3. Calculate these numbers and put that total over here. That will be almost close to 71091, but will not be exactly 71091. That comes to how much? 70,965. Now, obviously, you know, that difference that you're getting now between this particular figure and this particular figure is because of this kind of rounding off. Okay. Don't try to be thinking, sir, only this much we rounded off. Array, but then that particular number you are multiplying by such big numbers, no yaar. Okay, so obviously the impact is going to be high. Okay, So if you want your answer to be the best answer in the world, only then I'm telling you. Else, whatever you had done before I interfered, okay, you might not even make this particular thing. Closing stock will be your balancing figure, your job is done. But in case you want your answer to be the super best answer, what you all can write down? Just let me write down first. Rounded off to 71091 to tally. You understood this? You all understood this? Because obviously due to that rounding off, that differences are going to be coming. So that's what we all have done. Is that all okay? This comes to 70965 or comes to some other number?
70965.
Okay. You all understood from where did this particular number come, please? From where did it come? Balancing figure. Okay. Rest is all okay. Some numbers here and there, okay, don't even matter also. Difference of 10 rupees or 20 rupees in any figure, don't even bother yourself, don't even torture yourself. Okay, this is all together done. You have to write down exactly like this only. Please write down. Rounded off to 71091 to tally. If there is some difference, it is all fine. Of 10, 15 or 100 rupees, don't even bother. These are big numbers. That much amount of difference can always be coming. Okay. Now, is that all done?
That's
Okay. Now, we'll go over to our next question. Now, this point number 2, I guess it is self-explanatory. There is nothing for me to be saying. Stage of completion of P2 materials is implied. Do remember that goods and finished goods must be completed from P2 point of view. Else P2 would not have sent it. Opening stock must have been started in the last period, in which complete P2 materials must have come. Therefore, in this period, material added by this process will be 0. It's a repetition of the last question. Okay. Stage of completion of abnormal gain is always taken as 100%, same as whatever we all had done 2 questions ago.